Hello and welcome back to FAFO Fridays, being filmed on a Monday, but that's relevant for the video. But anyways, today we are going to test and see if my Interceptor ammunition will fire if it gets wet, and more. Don't forget to head to ballisticmachinist.com and sign up for our newsletter to make sure that you stay up to date on all the newest releases. And don't forget, always shoot cool shit. So here's what we've got going on today. I was at the gun store, and we had a booth set up at Ann Arbor Arms, and a guy asked me what would happen if he was carrying my Interceptors and it started to rain and they got a little bit damp. So we took a bottle of water right there at the gun store, it was a range 2, threw them in a bottle of water, shook them around, took them out, and took them in the range and shot them. So I decided to take that to the extreme. So I'm going to repeat the test, and we're going to throw these rounds right here because it's never been tested with the 380s, only with the 9s. I'm going to throw them in here, shake them up, dump them out. Then these ones have been sitting since 5 o'clock on the 13th, and today is the 15th of April. So these have been sitting in there for about 2 days. It is, if my thing was here, it is almost 7 o'clock on the 15th. So that's straight water, just been sitting there for 2 days. This one has this 99% isopropyl alcohol in it. It's been sitting in there for 2 days. This one is WD-40. They've been sitting in there for 2 days. This one right here, I boiled water and boiled them for 20 minutes. And then threw them in this water. They've been sitting in there the entire time. And then these guys, can't really see them, but you'll see them when I get them out. That's Simple Green, and I heated up my ultrasonic cleaner, and I threw them in there for 20 minutes, and thought maybe the micro vibrations or whatever would get in there in the Simple Green. And then I pulled them out, threw them in that bucket, and they've been sitting in there for the same 2 days. And we're going to be testing them out of my P80 Glock and my SIG. Let's see what they do. So I laid out the test that we're going to do. I'm going to do my best to do this in one take so that nobody can say I changed out the ammunition. I've got a cinder block sitting here so that the alcohol and all that stuff I can dump out without getting it on the side-by-side. I am going to wipe off some of the nastier stuff like the WD-40, and the Simple Green has corroded the aluminum back on the 9mm. So let's do it. I'm going to start off with regular rounds that has had nothing done to them. Okay. Now we'll take these ones, 380, 9mm, shake them up, and this is exactly what we did in front of the guy at the gun range to show that they worked. So we got that. There they are. We'll do the 380 first. All right, that one fired. 9mm. The dots are not bright enough to see out here. There we go. All right, so water that's been in there for 2 days. All right, 380 first. That one fired. 9mm. It's a little tight getting in there. Oh, that one did not go. Looks like a light primer strike. Let's try it one more time. There we go. All right, so that one worked. We're going to go with the 99% isopropyl alcohol. I was thinking this being a little more corrosive, it might try to dig its way in. So let's dump this one out. going to go with the 9mm first. See, the case was sticky. It didn't eject that one. But it was in water for 2 days. Let's try this one. All right, 9mm and alcohol went. Again, it didn't eject it. Try the 380 in the brass case and the alcohol. That one worked just fine. Well, it didn't quite eject it all the way, actually. So, this one, WD-40. Oh, that's nice and milky and gross. All right, these ones we're going to wipe off here. $9mm and WD-40. Okay. That one went just fine. No ejection though. All right, 380. That one went off and ejected. So now, this one, I'll roll some video in the side here because I'm not breaking the video. But I put this in boiling water for 20 minutes and then put it in this water directly afterwards. All right, there's our rounds for that. 9mm. Oh yeah, you can see the case is what's getting skunky on these. The aluminum, after 2 days of sitting in there. All right, so that one's got a light primer strike with the boiled case. I will try it one more time, and at the end, I'll get my 9mm revolver if it doesn't go off this time and see if that'll hit it. Nope. So, that one's a no-go. The boiled 380. Well, it went off, but it wasn't very good. So, don't boil your ammunition. Seems logical. Simple green that was in the ultrasonic cleaner. And I'll roll some footage of this one in. I don't know if we're going to get this to focus. If you can see that though, that case looks absolutely horrible. I'm going to try to wipe it off. The 9mm though, or not the 9mm, the 380 has a little bit of tarnishing, but it doesn't have any growth, so that one probably will work. I don't know if we can see this on the camera here. Sorry if my angles are wrong, I'm kind of just guessing. But I think we got that cleaned up enough, if it'll focus, that we can put it in the chamber. Let's give that one a try. Okay, it went off, but it was reduced power. Now, the ultrasonic cleaned 380. That one went off just fine and ejected. So, the bottom line is, if you're carrying it for duty use, or if you're carrying them out hunting, which these aren't really hunting rounds, but self-defense while you're out hunting, they will still work if you fall in the creek, if you get them wet, if it starts raining, if you have to be out in a heavy thunderstorm or whatever. The Interceptor ammunition will still work if they get damp. Now, boiling them is obviously ridiculous, and the ultrasonic cleaner, you're never going to put them in an ultrasonic cleaner. But the other tests, they did just fine. So let's go grab the revolver and see if we can hit this one and make it go off. All right, well, there's our round. I don't know if that's going to focus on that or not, hopefully. If not, sorry, it's blurry. I went up and got our 9mm Ruger revolver here. And again, if it'll focus here, you can see that this gun craters the primers. So if anything's going to set it off, it'll be this. So let's pull out that moon clip, put in our one. Doesn't want to fit very well, but looks like we're going to be able to make it work. Let's do it. It's kind of scary. All right, well, if it's going to focus on it, and if it doesn't, I'll roll some footage in, or a picture, but you can see that it severely cratered that, and it didn't go off. Let's try it one more time. So there it is. Nope. No go. So if you boil one, it's just not going to work. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and remember, always shoot cool shit.